Greetings and salutations to all of you. Hello and welcome. I am Razim.
Why don't we let him finish the introduction and then we can speak?
Because it's funnier to interrupt him.
It's not so funny when they can't hear you.
Should we mention that people who carry spears are more easily struck by lightning?
I've
Just
already
a
killed
comment
him
to the slide.
once.
There is an easy quote to recall. A fool and his head are soon departed.
Hello everyone, welcome. I am Razim. I will be the dungeon master for this evening.
Oh, look, a shiny penny.
This is Fists of Furry, Dungeons and Dragons. Welcome to all of you, thanks for coming, and let us get started, shall we? Also, Tato, corpses can't speak.
Technically, Zale still has a raven through which he might communicate.
A corpse still cannot speak. You cannot think, therefore, how would you communicate in any way, shape, or form?
Because we're not really dead.
Are you?
Because he is a warlock with a patronage to the Lady of Death and could somehow manipulate rules to his benefit. Or no rest for the wicked, take your pick.
Everybody is dead right now, Imina, Ray.
We're all dead. It's true.
Everybody's dead.
Yep. I don't know how Zale was killed, but we were all killed by crazy villagers.
Zale rolled a 1 on an athletics check to swim with a -1 modifier. That is how Zale is dead. He did warn the
Basically-
gnome not to put him in the water. He could not swim.
Basically,
Clearly.
he kind of just, in my mind, he kind of just was like, well, this is where it ends. It just kind of went into a cross-legged
No,
sitting
he went
position.
in struggling and
Oh, okay, so
gurgling and swallowing half the moon sea.
So he drowned.
Oh yes, he drowned. He's a cat. He can't swim.
It would probably be game-breaking influence to revive, but that's a bit touchy since that needs DM approval.
Who would want to
And-
revive Zale? He's already had a second chance.
And Razim's only like this is the equivalent of a student being called on to be the teacher's assistant, and the teacher's like gone for months.
Except that this student is also a teacher himself.
You're
It's
the
a
substitute
college
teacher.
course. Come now.
I've been a DM for a very long time.
I'm spitballing the board behind you.
Detention for Tato.
Ray, you are noticed. Tato, you have a detention.
All right, so what happens?
Well, right now I'm
Let's
trying
start.
to get Draxian to wake up Cupcake.
What, she's asleep?
Let's talk
Apparently.
about our new characters while we wait.
Yeah,
I thought
well,
we'd introduce them organically through the usual tavern scene.
Can't we start in a brothel?
Technically, but thing is, almost anyone will enter a tavern with varying levels of willingness. A brothel requires somewhat more constructive story making to get everybody attentive and attending. Two different things.
Okay. How about? I'd like to do an evil campaign.
You know, I've done those. They are at once fun and can quickly grow boring.
No talking in detention, Tato.
You're
Ain't no
not my
talking
real
to-
teacher.
And no talking because you're a corpse.
And the ball will still happen whether or not we're there. I mean, we could do a cameo scene of it with Ms. Lily Proudhoof.
Oh my.
You're
And,
not my
um,
real
Cap
GM.
Lily, the most prodigious noble lady.
Yes.
Maybe the two will meet there
Excuse
and
me.
reminisce over dead
Sorry.
companions.
That one kind of just slipped out.
After all, we all know Claude died in the assassination attempt on the High Blade.
That's if you succeeded.
The problem, Ed, is that there are legitimately characters with a vow of celibacy.
Oh, incels.
And you know, some of those decide that they take it a step further, and we're not going to continue with that.
Yeah, let's not
Let's
continue.
just say that Zale has mutilated
Problem.
himself.
Wait, what?
You don't remember your previous characters?
Right, and that wasn't Zale, though.
Yeah, you said Zale has.
Yes,
you're
but
Zale
everybody on
too.
the stream knows you
Okay.
as Zale.
Yes, but it is a little confusing. Zale's player might have been a better term.
Yeah.
And Jen, what would I call him? Hama? I think was his one. Mage Ripper. It's as he was known in the end. It was a very distinct and flavorful cookie.
I like oatmeal raisin.
I actually despise oatmeal raisin with the burning intensity matched only by snickerdoodle.
I don't like oatmeal raisin either. I hate raisins.
I like
Everything
raisins,
but
but
chocolate
only on the
covered raisins. Raisins are
Well,
bad.
you guys haven't had the
There
good
you go.
oatmeal cinnamon raisin. Oh my goodness.
No, see, there's the
That-
problem. I don't actually like cinnamon in cookies.
It's really not a text thing. It's a textural thing that I don't like about it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm fine with Teo. I don't like the texture of oatmeal cookie.
Listen, everyone.
I love
Listen
oatmeal
to
cookies.
all of these corpses just chatting away without a care in the world.
This is what happens if you use the spell Speak with Dead.
I mean,
You get to hear us debate our favorite cookies.
Yeah.
And you fell the...
and Ray has redeemed a major ethereal influence.
Yay!
To do what?
Can't really affect anybody, but yay!
Good job.
he could affect hatably behind Rook. There's a wolf that was up behind, I think, in the outer. Paint Chips is there.
I'm going to refund this one for you. Because it's not actually neat. Actually,
Refund.
I like
Very
this.
nice.
I like this.
Man, that was a quick change of mind.
Yeah. We'll keep it. Besides, he's got so many Z coins, I've got to get rid of them somehow.
What?
I want Z
Nothing.
coins. Dragon Ball Z.
You all wake up. You all wake up with a start. And a strange
Oh, look, we're not
bed.
dead.
They did not say that we woke up on the mortal plane. This could be in your afterlife or the in-between.
Can we let him finish the description before we interrupt him again?
Apparently we cannot. Physically and mentally cannot.
Yeah, you asked me, can you not interrupt somebody?
Guess what?
Interrupt them without interrupting them? I'll wait, yeah. Sorry. You said I...
And he's muted.
So it has been written, so it is not being said anymore.
Now, once I am done, I will unmute you, Tato. Be good. My temper is not very nice today. As I was saying, you all wake up with a start. You are covered in sweat. The bed underneath you is rather damp. For you, Zale, You wake up in a bed as well, though yours is a bit more than just, damp.
How's the smell of marine life and all that?
Yes.
Couple of fish flopping around nearby.
Yes. No fish there, but it smells like it.
Tried for breakfast.
So anyways, you wake up and you just feel like you woke up from a bad nightmare. You don't recognize the rooms you were in. None of you are in the same room. And so, yeah. What do you do?
None shall see me.
I feel like
Though
this
my
is a
battle
massive
cry may give
deja
me
vu.
away.
You do all wake up to a small reptilian creature sitting on your bed, who then smacks you upside the head with a baguette before
Oh,
vanishing.
thank you. Bye.
Query.
Ow!
If there is a window and I am thus able to determine, what time of day is it?
It is morning. Fresh
Bright
morning.
and early morning, pre-dawn, post-dawn, or late, closing in on midday?
The sun just came up.
Right, going back to sleep.
Gotta go down for his cat nap.
Elysian takes a moment to swear at the thing that just baguetted him. Baguetted him? Hits him with the baguette. I'll just
Baguetted
use
you.
hits him with the baguette. That's a lot better. Before shaking his head, jumping out of his bed, and going for daggers hidden in his boots.
You're still fully clothed.
And weapons.
Yep.
Well, he take out his two daggers and start exploring the room then. Looking at what kind of door is to the room, seeing if that could tell him what kind of... Actually, why don't I just open the door?
Tato checks. Is there a mirror in the room?
There is not.
All right.
It
Can he
is a
see his
simple
reflection in a...
village. It is a simple village. Room from a simple village house.
Can he see his reflection in the mirror? I mean, not in the mirror, in the window?
Not really.
Eh. Okay.
Congrats,
Tato
Tato
will-
is a vampire.
Tato will
Wait.
strip and inspect his own wounds because he knows he got beat up.
Your wounds are gone.
Okay.
Wait, that came out
Magical healing. Hey, I'm not gonna look a gift horse in the mouth. Tato walks out of his room.
You all do feel weaker than you normally do.
And
I just realized you won't get GM messages.
I will. Alright.
That works then.
About an hour well, however long you plan to stay there, passes with no indication of alarm, Zale.
So noted, thank you.
I only plan to stay for maybe a half hour before getting the heck out of this town.
Okay.
Unless it falls under a curse again, I don't know.
So you exit the room. It's just a hallway in a random house. You're not sure exactly where you are, but you're in a simple hallway, presumably from a somewhat low-income family. A peasant.
All right, well, Tato will take out his change purse, leave 5 platinum for the family, and then exit the house. Like
As you
he put
head
the
for the
he put the
exit,
5 platinum on whatever dining room table that he could find.
as you do head for the dining room and the exit, you do see an elderly man who kind of grumbles and looks up. Ugh, you died last night, huh?
What?
Yeah.
Wait, do people die during this curse, then regenerate, and then fight again? Is that how this goes? Or are we just dead?
You should probably talk to the mayor.
So
He's-
this is an afterlife?
He looks extremely haggard, like just drained of his energy.
Here, take 5 plat.
Yeah. Don't
That's
give
a-
away money.
I can give away my money if I want to.
So what purpose do you give this man 5 plat?
He pockets
Because
it
he was
without
nice
a
to
word.
me.
Sorry.
Is Elysian in the same house?
Nope.
Are we all in separate houses?
As far as you know, you've got no idea where the rest of you are.
Which
okay.
way to the mayor?
He gives a loud yawn and just kind of waves towards the door. He slumps down, presumably falling asleep rather quickly.
Thank you. Good night. And he blows a kiss. Wow.
You already have 2, stop trying to get a 3rd, Dato.
To what?
Lovers.
Oh. Oh. Oh yeah, Ed, I haven't told you this yet. I have a Minotaur lover who is also really old. Yeah, I just woke up in her house one day with I think I was tied to her bed. I'm not sure.
She's a cougar.
And our lawyer, who is a dragonborn, fell in love, seduced me. So we got that going. And that was right before our case, too.
There have been instances before of plaintiffs being unable to sit.
Say again? I missed that last part.
Zale will try to climb out his window stealthily, assuming nobody else comes along in half an hour or more.
The window opens easily. You are on the 2nd story of a building. It looks like, from what you can tell, it might be an inn.
I'm not paying no bill for knowing I didn't enter right voluntarily, so let's slip down this side here. Climb speed, keep that same stealth roll unless you want a new one.
No, that one's good.
Which
I
means
like
I
that
rolled a
one.
5, I'm guessing.
Well, the lowest you can roll is a 7. So.
Well, 5 on the die, thank you.
Wait, did I say 5 plat earlier? I meant gold.
No, you
you
paid him
said
platinum, my
plat.
friend.
You better
I
You
just
said
said-
it
I
about
kept
6
saying
separate
plat.
times.
That's why I
so-
said, why pay him plat? Was the
I
exact
don't know
question.
where my mind was going with that. Oh, you
Too
know what?
late. You said it at least half a dozen times.
I
Yeah,
know, right?
And that's why I specified plat every time.
You
I
don't
said
have platinum.
I don't even have plat.
it. You just gave a man fictitious money.
Well, I am
Zell
subtracting
does.
50 gold pieces.
Okay. I already subtracted 5 gold pieces.
At least you're wealthy. Sure. I
Right?
assume-
So you meant to give him the equivalent of 5 platinum, and in reality, you actually gave him 55 gold pieces.
Oh snap! I have a quick question about that. I just realized I don't have any of my things for money. I left them blank.
You should probably fix that.
Yeah, but I don't remember.
Yes,
how
that
much
means
I-
you don't have money.
No.
I mean, whatever
It's all
house you
in
ended
your
up in has a very
background.
steep boarding price.
Mhm.
It's in your background how much money you start with. So, as a soldier, you would have, if I can
Soldier.
scroll,
I'm a cleric.
It's usually 15 gold or so.
10.
Usually,
cleric.
soldiers are. Oh, cleric,
Okay,
right?
your background,
background.
is what determines how much gold you
Oh.
start with.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Okay, Tato exits the house.
Oh,
What's
So
right,
the
I
make
light?
didn't
sure,
get that
real quick,
gold
for
ring out of my inventory.
Azeroth, make sure that you add the capitalized GP.
Oh yeah, it's already in treasures listing.
Perfect. Alright, so who said what?
I'm sorry, Tato is exiting the house. What do we see? What do I see? What does he see?
You're using the royal... The royal pronoun?
What?
Sorry, majestic pronoun, I think is what it's actually called.
It's
Oh,
usually
wait.
referred to as royal by people who are mocking it, but
I
are you
forgot
talking
about your ethereal influence, Hawthorne, but I will happily allow that. So let's accept that. Give a little roll here.
oh
Okay.
no.
Evil laughter.
Tato, you exit the building. You're in a simple house, more of a shack, really. It's only 1 story. Sorry, wrong person. Yours was a 2-story house. Still lower class, but about lower mid class, you'd say. Outside, you see only a few people kind of just wandering about. They almost look to be in a daze, just absolutely drained. It looks like none of them really slept last night.
I would check for undead activities. Just saying.
As you do leave your respective house, Zale, this happens to you as well. As soon as you touch the ground, you are both... you kind of just go rigid for a moment as flashes of darkness, blood, death, just cries of rage kind of flood your senses for a moment before dissipating.
Okay. To clarify, these are very strong feelings. Are they felt firsthand, or as though we are hearing them, or as more of an impression of feelings?
They are extremely strong enough to stop you in your tracks and, just kind of stun you for a moment. As for... why is the die still there? Range dice. As for your other question that I just forgot.
Was it felt as though firsthand, third
Yes.
party, or more of a feeling?
As if you were involved in it firsthand. You can even taste a bit of blood on your tongue from it.
Can I tell
Tasty.
whose blood? Perception check, or would you prefer an intelligence?
Doesn't matter, you
I-
won't recognize it.
Fine.
Nim would.
I've tasted this blood before.
I've got to say, I don't remember doing that. Don't got a hangover, so it can't be alcohol. Meh.
The last thing you do remember is sinking to the bottom. Yes, Hawthorne, I got your influence, and it will apply. The last thing you remember, Zale, is sinking to the bottom of the ocean, and, well, sorry, the sea, and, you know, just kind of drowning. Just, you know, dying. Nothing major.
Oh, it's my turn to rise and shine. But where am I exactly?
You seem to be in a rather fancy room. The bed you're laying in is a 4-poster bed. It's got little drapes hanging over the sides. They slightly obscure your vision outside of the bed, but it is a thin lace, so you can see. You can at least see shapes through it. Nothing seems to be moving.
Stretch and yawn appropriately, as if feeling still a little tired, but even comfortable. I guess I'll move the veil and try to stand up out of bed and see what's what. Opening the door. What do I see in the hall?
You don't see anything. The bedroom that you're in is rather, I mean, you don't see anyone. But the bedroom and the hallway are both well decorated. They have... Hey, Jimbo, good to see you.
I've never seen one of those before. Could you describe it, please?
They have fine decorations. You appear to be within a noble's manor.
Which I'm no stranger to, I assure you, but still a little weird waking up in a random place after... Wait, shoot, what do we vaguely remember from this?
You don't vaguely remember anything right now.
I attempt to rack my brain in remembering what I did last night.
Apparently, you have 1 silver piece in your inventory. ...
Huh.
Sorry, I just noticed that it says 1 SP in the list of your inventory here. That should be down under treasure, bud.
Oh, well, I don't see it, but I think you did that. Okay. Oh, I see it now. LOL. 1. Okay. That being said. Okay, I deleted it.
Okay, so, what were you asking and stuff?
No, I said, well then, I racked my brain trying to figure out what it is that I did.
Go for the eyes, Boo! Go for the eyes!
Is a roll I could do to try to think harder on this one. Would it be an insight?
Ray, go ahead and get on voice.
Though my battle cry may give me away.
Oh.
Hawthorne.
Should I roll insight to try to think hard on this?
And 1 sec. Sorry, I just had 2 people throw influence. This is why I like the sounds coming through Discord, so you guys can hear, oh, there was an influence thing. You're not on voice? Ray, come get on voice.
Discord summons G.
He might not be able to join. Oh, there we go. Never mind. Hi, Ray.
Hello.
You have
Alright.
a cute stoop. I boop it.
New boo.
Ray has yet to say anything.
So,
Ray is a mute.
no, Ray is just waiting for me to introduce him. So, Azeroth, the silver piece, it smells kind of funky. Like a muskrat mixed with wet dog fur and baby carrots. As you move it into your money pouch.
I will still put it in the money pouch. A coin is a coin, no matter the worth or the smell, as long as it keeps value. Anyways.
Well, people might refuse to accept it, but that's beside the point.
Hey,
You are not able to remember anything. You woke up from what seemed to be a nightmare, but beyond that, you don't remember anything. At this moment, a servant happens by, and that is where you come in, Ray.
Did you see them?
See
Did you?
What? See what exactly?
The geese!
What about the geese?
They were there, chanting, dancing, as the dragon stood on the pin of a needle, spitting thread through its eyes.
Interesting. And what happened afterwards?
He was there. It looked at me. It winked. What does that mean?
Well, geese can be very territorial from my
No,
understanding.
not the geese, you idiot!
Hmm.
Did you see it?
Never a geese with
You
dragon.
must go to the grave in the cloud in the sky.
Hmm.
The orb dancing like stars far away.
Huh? Oh,
Go! Did you see it?
no.
More geese!
This old man needs food. back.
Well then, old man.
You are the chosen one.
Thank you?
By the music in the water, it ripples like the anthills.
At this point, I'm looking around the hallway
It
to
is
see if there's anyone
you.
else. I look around the halls to make sure if anyone else is around.
It is you.
Well, I'll make sure I do my best then, sir. But in the meantime, I think we should find others, yes?
Yes, just make sure you watch your back.
That's what the tail is for.
That goat has been staring at you for millennia now. It's getting ready.
Goats usually charge in with horns.
Don't let it touch you.
Oh. Okay.
The
As-
geese.
What about the dragon, though?
And
Oh, well.
with that, he kind of just fades into smoke in front of you.
Dot, dot, dot.
There is nobody else in the hallway. Tato,
Yeet.
we're gonna hop back to you. You notice that people are giving you strange looks on the street.
Well, I am pretty unique, so Tato doesn't really think anything of it. He's used to it.
An elderly man comes up to you from the side of the house that you just came out of. He just kind of walked out of the alley and straight up to you.
Alright, Tato will stop for this old man. And
Is
he'll
this
wait.
me?
Is what you?
Am I still doing this bit?
You are.
Oh, goody! Clarence, I have found you!
Clarence.
I finally heard them. The angels singing. I opened the safe And you came out!
Tato will just put his finger out. He'll look like he's about to say something, then he'll curl his finger back in.
Oh,
Shake his
Charlie,
head.
it's so good to see you!
Tato's walking away now. He's just.
Wait, where are you going, Billy? I was talking with you.
The old man
I
is
don't-
just following you as you go along.
That's fine. He can follow.
Hey! I have your birthday gift, Jimmy.
First you called me Clarence. Now I'm Billy. Now I'm Jimmy. How many names you gonna come up for me?
No, there was
Wait.
another one in there too.
Who are you?
Hi, I'm Tato.
I'm looking for Jonathan.
Sorry, I don't know him.
Wait, I have a gift for you.
Don't teach my hamster to suck
It's
eggs.
been in my family for generations.
Tato will look around, and I'll just be like, "Does this gentleman have a caretaker?
Please
Is anybody
take
losing
this.
this guy?"
My great-grandfather picked up this rock. He thought it was really pretty.
This old man is very confused.
Ah!
This gentleman here. Any grandson lost a granddad?
Oh, Stevie, it's good to see you.
Okay. What is anybody else doing?
While you are kind of just looking around awkwardly, Tato, on the other side, behind you, you feel a sharp rap on your back from a wooden cane.
Young man, have
Yes?
you seen my husband, Jacobson?
Are you
no.
talking to me?
No!
No.
I get it now! I'm in hell!
Okay.
And hell is nothing but old people for me! Tato
You
will scream
remind
and run
me
off.
of my cousin
Tato's
Ronaldo.
screaming and running off.
I thought this was the pharmacy.
What's under his bonnet?
Hell is old people! Hell is old people! I have to deal with people like my grandmother forever!
I'm looking for my grandson Jonathan. Have you seen him?
No, I'm looking for my husband, Jacob.
Alright, Tato's now like out. Tato's like out of the picture now. He ran off. He's just running in a random direction now.
You see people continuing to give you strange looks, especially as you're running around. And now we're
Yeah,
gonna
Tato's
cut over
darting.
to Zale.
He just has to run.
So Zale, you go out of the, you climb down to the ground outside of the inn. You're in an alleyway. And two elderly people come up from either end of the alleyway, kind of blocking your escape.
Would
What
you
the-
like some sugar cookies?
What the hell? I thought 3 gold would get me a better looking prostitute.
Oh, you get what you're given, hush stuff. It's not what you look like, it's how you can do it.
Oh, it depends on you. I like when they look good.
You want me to get the ring out?
What the heck is going on here?
Who
Zale's
are
head is
you?
just going back and forth. He's lost.
Takes the ring out of her pocket, slips it on her finger, and now she looks like she's like a 20-year-old buxom vixen. Literally, she looks like a fox.
How's this, sonny boy?
Has anyone seen my grandson Joshua?
Oh, yeah, no, I saw him. It was right back the way you came, and just 2 turns to the left.
Oh, thank you so much, young one. Could you take me to him? My eyesight's not very good.
Yeah, right. No, not a problem. Just take my arm, and I will lead you right there.
We were
It might
promised
be a bit
nice
further now, though,
spot.
because that's where I saw him, and he might have moved on.
All right, well, I can't see very well. You're gonna have to take me to him.
He might have gone all the way to, I don't know, edge of whatever town we're in.
Wait, so
I'll take it as far as that, though. Yeah.
you've seen Jimmy?
Oh, yeah. I've seen Jimmy. He's a right handsome lad. He is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
You
nice.
You must be blind too, because he is not a handsome lad.
Well, it's not about what the face looks like. It's the skill, the knowledge that's what's in the noggin. Yeah.
Hey, you old coot. I already told you I like when they look good.
This is a very sweet young man. May I pat your head, sir?
I'm pretty sure that. No, fine. Go ahead. Yeah, that's.
All right.
She just starts rubbing the top of your head, and she just kind of gives you like a grin. She still looks like a buxom vixen, but she just doesn't seem to stop.
No, actually, this is
I'm
good.
sorry there, Billy.
Deception
Sometimes
check
these
to look
old
like a buxom
people
vixen.
just lose their minds.
I didn't lose it. It's right here.
She
Oh,
points
hell yeah.
to her chest.
Has anyone seen Stevie?
There, Mask of Mirrors. Zale is also a buxom vixen.
Oh. Well, now. This little cutie, do you want a kiss?
Hey, Sonny, I got a question for you. Hey! I have a question for you, you young lad.
He's talking to you.
Are you as
Zale?
deaf as that old coot over there?
Zale can't talk right now. He looks like a lady. They can assume vigorous nodding towards the blind old man.
What in the hell's going on?
He said yes with his face muscles.
That's not a yes. He should learn to use his voice.
Okay, you know what? That about does it. Zale's going to throw a vial down on the ground in front or behind him and bolt. There is a blinding flash of light and a thunderous crack. And by the time both clear, he is gone.
Oh, jeez, I'm getting Baldur's Gate flashbacks.
Oh.
God.
Who am I supposed to talk to about the king and the copper? All these dang kids.
Subtracting one flashbang from his inventory, well spent.
All right. Elysian.
Elysian hasn't even made it out of his room yet.
You are in a rundown shack. The bed that you're in is more of a kind of a mat on the floor. Just some hay put down there.
Elysian would take out his dagger and stand up, looking around suspiciously. What the hell are you doing in my shack? He takes a moment to pause.
You hear that from the
is
door.
that you?
Don't be stupid. It's that vagabond you picked up last night. You thought we could eat him.
What is wrong with you, you old coot? I'm not eating no people.
Don't call me an old coach, you deadly fiddler.
Oh, then maybe don't be very one. much not like to be soup, please, and thank you very much.
What?
You are the chosen one.
Oh, yes, the chosen one, indeed, yes.
You are the one who holds the thimble, the key to the king in copper.
Yes, the thimble, the nice gold and small jewel encrusted thimble. It's very shiny.
Are you out of your mind, woman? That thimble is orichalcum.
Oh,
I don't have such a
Hawthorne.
thimble, but if you can tell me where
Check your
I
PMs.
much will.
Okay, no.
You are the one to unlock the throne.
Oh, yes.
Throne of... You
What?
can do it, Jeremy. I believe in you. You can find the king in copper.
The old lady walks up and starts shaking her arm.
You could find the king of the copper. King in copper. You can do it.
He keeps tugging
You're
her arm.
losing your mind over there, old woman.
Maybe a little bit.
He'd go to gently
He has
push the lady away from shaking him.
He has the copper dagger for the king in copper.
Elysian looks at his current dagger to make sure it's not copper.
Are
It's
you my
pretty
grandson,
much a copper
Smithy?
dagger.
I can't seem to find him.
No, I've just spoken up. And so-
Someone please say yes. I'm so alone.
I'm right here, you little Jimmy bastard.
I wasn't talking to you, you old bag.
Well, at least you can hold something with me, Mr. No Hands.
I have my cane. I use it to scare you off and beat you if I have to.
We have a very abusive marriage.
Elysian's
Save me.
face slowly turns from listening to them to what the hell is
Why were
going
you
on now?
listening to them?
Because they're right in front of me. I don't really have a choice right now.
Because
don't have
they're
a choice, and
actually
you know what?
helping you guys out.
My great-grandson Robinson, I finally have found you.
Oh, so wonderful you finally come home. Yes,
I want to give you something. It's a family heirloom. You must keep it forever.
yes. And tonight I'll make your favorite dinner, beans, leeks, and liver soup. And then I'll read you your favorite bedtime story, King and Copper.
Dang it, woman! I didn't say for you to talk yet.
Oh, you're so...
I'm trying to give Jameson his gift.
I'll give him his gift then, you spoiled old...
There you go. It's the shell of a tortoise. It was on the side of the road. I don't know anything else about it.
Elysian
a
apparently
family
now has a
heirloom.
tortoise shell.
At the very least, it's a reagent for at least one armor type spell.
You could use it for a soup.
Or
The,
you can wear it on
shell.
your head.
Hold on, you two. The shell does have a strange kind of indentation on the top of it. It's a bit of a circle with some jagged edges. And it does... The shell is engraved, so this shape sticks out above it.
Samuel, is that you?
Yes.
Who is this woman that keeps following me around?
I'm
Your
your
wife.
wife.
Oh, quit saying that. I'll beat you over the head with my cane.
Oh, yes, you will. Oh, ah.
Oh, please, just get away from me. What are you doing with my turtle shell? I was
Elysian,
going to make a stew.
you gave me this as a gift, remember? I'm just going to eat.
Who are you?
Moves it into his bag of coaling.
That's Johansson. Didn't you forget?
Johansson, my nephew. We finally found you.
Yes.
Family members do you guys have?
I've been looking all over the town for you. What
Yeah.
town are we in?
I don't regret getting my message anymore.
Hmm.
Is this where the Copper King is? I think he owes me a copper piece.
Hey, question. Who's the Copper King?
Well, he lives down the street, so go ask one of them Wimjambler guards. The big sword.
Yeah, I think he likes to hang out at the tavern. He always takes copper from the visitors.
Mid-sentence, they kind of just fade into dust.
Yes,
Good
sir.
boy.
Advice.
Elysian waves at them. Then after he's sure they're gone, he just... What the fuck just happened?
What's your language, young man?
So let's see. So I had a bad dream. I think we all got seriously hurt. Nobody's around, and now I'm in a barn.
No, you're in a shack.
Shack, sorry.
Do not the lack of radios.
Barn would be an upgrade.
God.
Yeah, I would.
He shrugged. Oh well, I got the tourist shell. I'll have to inspect it with the others later. So let's see. So they said Copper King, Copper Dagger, and a bit. Sorry, so there's a story. So guess it's time to find out where I am and the locals. With that, he'd go walk towards the door and see
Tato
where
will, like,
he is.
Tato is sprinting past you now, and he's screaming, "Hell is old people! Hell is old people!"
Tato! Stop!
On Tato's face, in a bright pink paint, there are some questionable things drawn all over him. He's had a pink mustache drawn on him. He's got one of his eyelids has been completely colored in around it.
Oh, that's why people were looking at me silly.
Elysian would start running after Tato. Tato, stop!
Personal touch, he's got a little beauty mark just to the left of his nose.
How loud is Turlix yelling?
Elysian, and
compared to
loud enough
the
for Tato to hear him.
compared to the very quiet, the quiet drowsiness over the rest of the city, he is very loud.
Tato stops. Wait, what? I thought I was in hell. I thought hell was old people. Wait, are you in hell with me?
You'll
We might
be
actually
here
be
soon.
We might be in hell. You met two old people? I just got done talking with two old. Also,
Everyone I've met in this town is old people.
We're not old people.
The people shambling across through the town on the street are not old.
Kato just looks around for the first time.
okay,
Like, really looks at the
Tato,
people. And I'm like,
I
oh.
think we're going to have to sit you down and wash your face.
Why?
So-
What's... Wash my face. Am I sweaty?
You should go look in the mirror.
Well, I tried when I woke up, but the old guy didn't have a mirror.
No, there just
Well,
wasn't a
let's-
mirror in the room you woke up in.
Let's go to an inn, get our bearings, find the other
Whatever.
two, since clearly they must be here too.
Okay, fine. I'll just take
I
your
say
lead.
other two, I mean like 4. Okay? Okay,
Okay.
so to the town. Are we in the town or is
You're
it...
in the town.
Okay.
It is a rather large city. Down the street, you do see a the sign for an inn.
Good. Can get some more there.
As you are walking towards the inn, you see a very beautiful vixen walking on the street as well. She is dressed rather oddly, at least for what you'd expect from her, but...
I mean, considering I'm in hell, I have no point of reference to what is odd and what isn't.
Yeah,
He
I'm
looks
with
like he's
Tato.
wearing Zale's clothing.
Tato, is there something odd about the Vixen?
The vixen will notice them and start moving towards them. Oh, no, right, no, that makes sense. You lot are all here.
Oh, God. Zale, your hell is being turned into a woman?
What? Oh, no, right, no, I forgot about that.
Zale is apparently Charlie Sheen.
Zale dismisses the Mask of Mirrors, which he apparently forgot to take down after chatting with 2 old people.
I was talking to two old people too. I woke up and they appeared.
Well, he
And
didn't
Tato was
say that out
screaming
loud,
about
but...
old people too.
Well, everyone I've talked to so far in this town has been old people.
Yeah,
So-
no, about that. The bloody hell are we?
I have no idea.
And I
Are
guess
we
you see me
still
right
in the
about now
same
walking out of the
city?
Ritzy.
Are we still in that town that we got, I don't know, beat up in? I don't
It
know
looks
if
like
he's
it,
dead.
yes.
Yeah.
The last
He
thing
took us.
I remember is swimming towards the shore.
Yeah, no, see, that happened to me as well. I was, this creepy old gnome guy threw me into the lake, and
He wasn't old, and he wasn't that creepy.
Anyway,
I
you,
beg
can see
to
me,
differ.
you can see me trying to
I
hail
was
you guys for running down the street now.
Wait,
We'll go over to Azeroth now.
Yay!
So Azeroth, you are in this noble, in a bit of a mansion, based on, because I assume you'd start walking down one of the hallways. It's a somewhat large mansion, and it's very well decorated. Lots of golden candelabras, tapestries on the walls. You've got vases and other decorations set into little alcoves. Yeah, they're definitely showing off their wealth.
And the corner of Zale that breaks the 4th wall is wondering why he didn't wake up.
He did wake up, though.
Not in this place with the golden candelabra.
I would hope
Look
that
at all
reason
these
would be very
stealables.
obvious.
I think it's the same reason I didn't wind up there too.
I mean, I am.
Also,
crazy.
hi, Cupcake.
Anyways, I guess I'll.
What were you? Hi.
Hi, Cupcake.
You miss the old people.
They're
Hey,
still taking
quiet,
Did I
guys.
miss someone?
Oh no, they're back. Run.
All right, so Azeroth, what are you doing?
Can you spare some change?
Azeroth, you there?
I mean, no, I'm thinking. Okay. I guess as I walk down the hallway, I'll make my way. I'm guessing I'm on the 2nd floor, as it is a mansion, or on the top floor above. I'll make my way towards the stairway.
Well, I mean, give me we'll say a survival check.
Oh, great. Wait, survival check. Okay. Shit. I forgot how to roll. Cry. Oh, wait. It's no. Oh, no. Well, I just messed up.
Click on the skills tab.
Click that. There we go.
Down.
Haha.
There you go.
You did it!
I did it.
You somehow managed to find the one of the servant stairways, leading a spiral staircase leading down to another floor and leading up to a floor above.
Okie dokie. Let's make our way down the stairs then, and I guess I would call out, hello, is anyone there? Wondering how I kind of did get here. Question a lot of things.
At the bottom of the stairs, you enter into a kitchen. There's a rotund woman behind in front of the stove.
Mhm.
She's just kind of lazily stirring a pot, looking very lethargic about it. You can smell that it's starting to burn. She hasn't been stirring it enough.
No. Okay, okay. No, excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me. I'd go up and I guess I would touch her shoulder or just put a hand on it gently.
Yeah.
Yes, hi. I noticed that I kind of woke up here without much of a memory of how or why. I don't. But yes, would you happen to recall how I ended up here in your lovely manner?
Oh, you're another one. The door's there. Just go find the mayor.
I'll do that. But first, being the person I am, I have to take the spoon from her and help her cook a little more. I think you're burning this just a smidge.
She doesn't really respond to you doing so. She just kind of shuffles off to the side, and she looks very gaunt despite her weight. There are bags under her eyes, and she just looks very haggard and tired.
Well, I still help her for a little bit.
Give me a sure passive perception.
Perception.
That's good enough to get a check. Give me a medicine check.
Medicine. Andrew, JKLMN. Oh, medicine. Boop.
Hello.
I was not expecting that, but well, with such a good roll, you notice that something is very wrong with her health-wise. Looking at her a bit closer, you reach out a bit with your divine magic, and you realize her soul seems to be slightly missing. You can't quite explain it, but a portion of her soul just isn't in her body.
Interesting. That's all I could really say at this moment as I discover this. I think on second thought I will go speak to that mayor. Post haste. Ma'am, you have a good day, and thank you again for your care.
You exit out of the house, and as you step onto the ground... by the way, Elysian, you had that same vision as well. You step out of the house, and as soon as you get on the street, you are just stunned for a moment as you have this darkness cover your vision, and you can smell, taste, and hear just violence. You can taste blood on your tongue. You see a brief image of somebody's neck before you see yourself just go down, and then the vision fades. For you, Elysian, it is very similar. And this was right when you stepped onto the ground outside of your respective buildings.
Okay. Elysian shivers a little bit with fear.
As you do exit Azeroth, you make your way out onto the street, I would assume. You walk out of the house into a small stable yard. You are in a mansion, and there is a way for servants to come in and out of the mansion grounds in the back. And going through the alley, you come out onto the street, and you see three familiar figures standing down the street from you.
Oi, I'd call out. I'd probably, jog towards them. I hope you all rest well.
Can you spare some change?
Oh no.
Not here. Yet.
You can have his platinum. Wes.
I mean, his
Shenzi.
non-existent platinum.
Sorry. But yes, I'd greet them basically, and I'm like, I hope you guys are well rested.
Why did he leave voice? I didn't tell him he could leave voice.
Wow.
Maybe it was an accident.
Yeah, may have been accidental. Moving
Maybe his
onwards.
net went out.
I'm sorry. Please don't hit me.
I'm going to hit you a lot. I don't know when I'm going to stop.
Shenzi.
I see these.
Cupcake, you there? Did she fall asleep again?
Oh shit, no. Okay, I screwed up. It was my bad.
No, we just called you a second, so.
Oh shit, no.
Alright. Hi. How you doing?
Hi.
I'm dead.
We're all dead.
Undead.
Very dead.
You wake with a start in a simple bed. It's well made, it's comfortable. You wake up with a start. You are covered in a bit of sweat. The bed beneath you is slightly damp as well.
What do you
You
mean
don't-
I wake up? I thought I was dead.
That's what we
mean
all thought.
exactly what I said. It's like you woke up from a nightmare.
Well, I sure did. I sit up and kind of stretch and look around.
As you do sit up, you notice a small reptilian creature on your bed. He glows slightly green and looks see-through somewhat. Before you can really process it, you feel a smack on the side of your head from a baguette. Before he just grins at you and dissipates into mist.
The baguette looker strikes again.
Did I just get beat with a baguette?
Question
Yes, you
mark.
did.
Violence begets violence. Come on.
Is this how Tato feels?
Yes!
Okay, well, since the thing that smacked me with the baguette is gone, I blink a couple times in confusion, look around, see he's gone, and then look back at the reptile and go to pet it.
The baguette, the reptile is gone. The reptile is the one that smacked you.
Oh, the reptile hit me with a baguette?
It was a kobold. But you guys haven't really run into many kobolds, so you wouldn't exactly necessarily recognize it as such.
Well, I mean, they've got them all over the place, don't it? The dogs. I use them, scrub the bilges and whatnot.
Either
When
way,
you said reptile, I was thinking something like some schmancy iguana was hanging out on my bed.
I thought some random lizard was at it, you know?
no, but Paint Chips is there.
Paint Chips is there!
Paint Chips isn't
Paint
just
Chips.
some random reptile. Paint Chips is one of my best friends.
Our best friend.
I'm not sure how I
Exactly.
feel about the artist drawing Paint Chips with a bone sticking out of its end, but I mean, it kind of fits.
Well then tell him not to do that.
I think Shenzi would like that feature.
I like bones.
Not as much as Shenzi does.
I'll argue that.
She likes to make friends out of bones. Right, Shenzi?
Could be worse. She could like
Like
to
to
make
do a
phones
lot
out
of
of
things.
friends.
Anyways, so you are in the bed.
I stand up and go about exploring my room.
It's a simple room. It's a moderate decorations, well built. There's an armoire in one corner, dresser, and a small writing desk with a chair in front of it. There is a window looking out onto the street outside. Glancing through the window, you notice that you are on the second floor of whatever building you're in.
I look in the armoire.
The clothes inside are somewhat dusty. It's obvious that they haven't actually been touched in a while. But they are made. They were made for a female. They are a bit too small for you, but still.
That won't stop him from trying. Let me stop.
Say that one more time.
The clothing inside is meant for a female. There's all manner of.
You're
am I
cutting
breaking out? I do
don't
not
think
know
so.
why Discord is doing this. I'm gonna just switch to that. Sorry if you pick up background noise, but it's the best option I've got.
Okay.
Anyways, so the clothing in the armoire is for a female. There's a few dresses, some random bits of clothing, mostly skirts and shirts. It is all somewhat dusty. It is small, probably would fit a teenager around there.
Are there any nice black outfits?
Not really. Most of
Are there
them
any
are
shiny
brighter
things?
colors.
You're gonna steal from the people who took you in their home?
Are there any shiny things?
There's a couple of buckles and such. Most of them are rather dull from just sitting there, but they're tarnished.
Oh, so not like a pretty bracelet or anything.
No jewelry, no.
Okay, well then I close the armoire because it's boring, and I head out of my room.
As you head out of the room, you find yourself surrounded on both sides by an elderly man and an elderly woman.
Young woman, young lady. Are you-
Gertrude, is that you?
No, I think it's Samantha.
Oh, I think you actually might be right this time.
I gotcha.
Samantha!
Oh no.
Excuse me, miss? Are you Samantha?
I'm Shenzi.
Oh, Sammy, it's good to see you.
Yes, Sam is. I knew it was Sam something.
Yep, we're your grandparents. Well, I think we are.
We were estranged when you were abandoned at birth and sent down the river because the Pharaoh didn't like your face.
Yes, the Pharaoh.
I
The
do.
ferocious Pharaoh.
Otherwise known as the King in
Wait,
Copper.
wait. Or was it a sparrow? Did she get her eyes plucked out?
All I know is that they were very narrow.
Oh, narrow. Her eyes are narrow. Okay. I see it now.
Oh, yes, indeed.
interrupt that banter quickly before they continue.
No. I am Shenzi, not Sammy. Shenzi.
Oh, Emily, okay.
Oh yes, I love my nice little niece Amelia. She's so sweet.
Oh, yes, Amelia. We have a message for you. Esmeralda, you are the chosen one.
And the other chosen ones are meeting at the tavern.
No,
Wait,
you
what
old
tavern?
bag of
Where are they?
bones. She is the chosen one. You were wrong about the others.
I was not wrong. You got the maps mixed up.
What are you talking about? The maps? There are no maps. We're in town.
Oh, there's a. You know what? I'm sick of your jilly differing. I hate it so much. Anyway.
We were trying to find the kink in the copper mine. Wait, is that right?
No,
Wait, where's everybody? What tavern are they at, and how do I get there?
Tavern.
It's that way. She points in two directions.
No, it's that way. He points slightly down.
No, I don't remember where it is. All I know is that we've got 3 other idiots running around thinking they're the chosen one, looking for the king in copper with thimbles and tortoise shells.
Wait, was it the king of the copper? I thought it was the gopher. The scene with the gopher.
No, I think you're thinking of Groundhog Day with Billiam Murkus.
Oh, you're right.
Anyway.
See,
Thank you so much, guys. I'm gonna go find everybody at the tavern.
Do you have
And
any change?
I just kind of scoot by and leave.
Have a wonderful day,
following.
sweetheart.
I wasn't done.
As you try to scoot by, they fade into dust.
Young man.
Oh, you old bag.
Shedzi?
Okay, so these weird ass people just poofed into dust.
Yes.
Oh God, they talked so much. Why couldn't they poof into dust sooner?
Shaking my head.
Well, I leave whatever this building is and look to see if I can find any inkling of where the inn would be.
As you
Or
go
the tavern. The tavern.
As you go through the house, there's a layer of dust on just about everything. As you go to head out, you walk through the living room area, and above the fireplace, you do see the same 2 people in a painting with a young daughter, or perhaps granddaughter.
Wait, young daughter or what?
Or perhaps granddaughter, based on the age difference between the elderly couple and the teenage daughter or granddaughter.
Zale's voice seems to whisper to you, "Deal with the painting. You need that."
Excuse me. I don't know what those old people are going on about, but you said some people are at a tavern?
Who are you talking to?
The person. You said there was a person.
It's a painting.
No, I said
Maybe
Zale's
I
voice
misheard.
seems to whisper to you, "Steal it. We need that painting.
Everything
It might be
has
worth
a...
money."
Zell, shut up!
Okay. I misheard something. Hey,
Okay.
if there's no people, I'm just gonna leave.
Yeah, there's no people. It's just that you saw them with a younger woman in a painting above the fireplace.
Oh, the painting. Okay, got it.
Jeez. You exit out onto the street. You don't see any taverns on this street, though. Excuse me.
Do I see any people?
As real quick, as you step out of the house onto the ground, you are stunned for a moment as your vision goes black. You see, it's like a daydream almost, or rather a nightmare kind of thing. You feel death all around you. You can see yourself throwing spells at random villagers. You just have no idea what's going on exactly, but you're surrounded by corpses. After a moment, the vision fades, and you do see other people on the street. They are just moving about lethargically, all of them looking drained and tired and just kind of going about their business as best they can.
Well, that's kind of creepy. I walk up to the nearest villager and ask him where the tavern is.
There's a few of them. Which one?
The nearest one.
The nearest one, that would be around the corner there and that way. He just kind of looks back down and shuffles on.
I kind of shrug that off and I head to the tavern that he pointed out to me to look to see if I can find the other chosen ones.
You do find your way to the rest of the group. They are standing outside the tavern, discussing amongst themselves.
Is Nim there?
You do not see Nim, no.
Hey,
Okay,
Shenzi.
well, since my best friend isn't there, I go running up to Tato and give him a big hug.
Yeah, I like hugs.
Oh,
Tato has...
And then as soon as I'm done hugging Tato, I go and I hug Zale and I hug Elysian, and I start babbling about how I was dead and everybody was dead and I don't know what happened, but I'm glad we're all here.
Yeah, same.
Tato has pink paint all over his face. He's got a little pink mustache. One of his eyelids and the area around his eye has been painted pink. There's just markings all over. It looks like a kid decided to have some fun with an unconscious seal.
There's a teardrop under his left eye.
Oh God, don't make me look.
Hey
like
Tato,
that.
your makeup's kind of cute there.
About makeup.
So you remember that thing where I told you we should really wash your face?
What?
That's because somebody painted all over it.
Oh, that's it. Why did you just tell me that?
Because it's a lot more fun to be cryptic.
Tato will just pinch the bridge of his snoot. Okay, let's go to a bathroom.
Elysian goes
Okay.
to grab paint chips and hug him.
Yes, snuggle the paint chips.
Then starts carrying him since Elysian carries him when they're not in combat.
Yes.
So we're missing Nim and Azeroth right now, correct?
No, Azeroth is with you.
Oh.
He
We're
did
just
join us.
missing Nim now.
So where's my best friend?
I haven't seen him. Sorry.
Me either.
Oh, honestly, don't remember who we're talking about.
Nim,
Dog.
the wolf.
Talking dog.
Right,
How do
the
you forget
dog
a talking
thing, yeah.
dog?
Conveniently.
You just don't like him, do you?
So, should we wait here for him? I mean,
Yeah, screw that guy. No, I'm kidding.
I got here after you guys, so maybe he's gonna get here after us.
You know where I think he is? Elysian points at the tavern, where there's food.
You know what?
You
That's
know?
probably the place where he'd wake up. Or at least run into. Whatever. Let's check it out.
You
These guys aren't going to
you
stop
have a
us.
great point.
Like,
I
Tato
guess
will
you're
go...
going to
okay.
enter the tavern then.
As you enter the tavern, Nim is indeed in there.
Knew it!
He is seated on one of the benches at a table, currently with his face buried in food. There are multiple other plates in front of him, several of which are empty. Sitting across from him, rather, is a I gotta remember what her race is. A human, a female human. You guys do recognize her from when you came in on, well, everybody except for Zale recognizes her. But she is the person that you saw when you came ashore after swimming into Holberg.
Elysian looks a little bit confused, but goes to take a seat across from Nim.
She's currently regarding Nim with some impression. She's slightly impressed at how much he's putting away there. He looks up
Hello.
You guys
when...
have weird flashback-like things too, because things are suddenly starting to fall into place.
Yeah, I think they are.
I have no idea where I'm here, where I am, so not really.
We've met her though, haven't we?
Yeah, when we got off that boat.
You know, I am here. I am able to hear you.
I don't know your name yet. What is your name?
She stands up. She is dressed in simpler garb. It looks well made, perhaps something that a noblewoman would have had made for her. She has a scar running down the left side of her neck, down in underneath her clothing. Her eyes almost seem to burn with an azure fire, and there are various markings across her body.
Are we talking markings as in scars or arcane?
Arcane. She stands up and looks to all of you. I apologize that I did not introduce myself properly. I wanted to get you out of town before you fell to this curse. My name is
Wait, I'm sorry. Curse?
Yes.
Let's have her tell her our name, and I'm sure she'll explain everything in a moment.
My name is Kara Holmaster. I'm the cousin of the actual ruler. I am the regent of Holberg. Yes, Kara.
Sorry, I don't know what significance that holds.
I rule until the actual one that should be leading the town comes of age.
So you're technically royal blood then?
Not really royal. Well, I'm glad
Alright,
you
so-
fixed it, Shenzi.
So, can you explain this curse to us?
It started, I want to say, about a month ago. We all woke up one morning unable to remember what we did the night before. We have nightmares. We saw that windows and doors were broken. Various little bits of the town were damaged. We had no idea. But over time, we've come to realize that when the sun falls, this curse causes us to go into a violent frenzy. Anyone that is killed during that, or within the borders of this curse, is trapped here. They wake up in an unoccupied bed within the town. Some people that have actually fully died, and we did discover their bodies. There's never any blood left behind, except for those that just did not wake up in the morning.
Elysian's face kind of pales at this revelation. So that's...
So what you're saying is, for whatever reason, and honest to God, I have no idea why I'm here, but I am stuck here for all of eternity, essentially.
Or until the curse is lifted. But
Or until we die?
But if-
Yeah, but barring intervention of some kind.
if the curse gets lifted, won't we die?
We do not know. We have no idea where this curse came from, why it's here. We just know that it is.
Did anything odd go on the days leading up to this curse?
We uncovered a strange door that was underneath the city. The Holberg, like many other cities, has been destroyed in the past, and survivors rebuilt on top of the ruins, and eventually the ruins wound up underneath the city, and well, we believe this door leads down into that area.
Okay, so let me stop you here. I am a necromancer. I professionally raise the dead, and I am telling you, you do not mess with burial grounds. Not on that large of a scale. There's our problem. Let's go to the store and let's put everything to rest.
Sounds like a good idea.
As you
Yeah.
say
Oh, yeah.
that,
I feel like I should mention, though, you guys seem like you have less of a soul than you did before each time. Can I assume that this is draining you guys to the point of your deaths eventually?
we do not know.
Well, as a professional opinion, you're all gonna eventually die.
Unfortunately, our clerics did. They've lost their connection to their deities.
I'd imagine
hang
so.
on.
They
So
weren't
you're
prison.
saying if I die in here, lose my connection to my deity?
I doubt that. It
I-
probably is an overtime thing.
If you are a cleric, then yes.
Say I'm not a cleric, but I've got a sort of a differential relationship with a certain deity. Is this likely to sever that?
With your specific deity, I no.
Brooke is not there. You feel no connection to Rook.
Why isn't that interesting?
Well, then wait a second.
Elysian.
My deity's a war god. I mean, you think?
Okay.
The most that we can have been able to determine is that there's a barrier that keeps anyone of significant power out of the city. They cannot see into it. They can't get in.
I'm feeling so
So
insulted right now.
what you're saying is it's not a permanent thing. It's more of being in the city cuts me off from what's it face.
If you try to leave after you've been here, you will wake up back inside Holberg the next morning.
Yeah, no, I was not thinking of doing that. No. Right, so door thing. Yeah, let's do that instead.
I have a question.
You all suddenly feel a presence in the room.
Who gave the dog cheese?
Looking
Wait,
over
who feels
you, your eyes are drawn to one of the corners of the room, where you all see familiar elderly couple.
Oh,
sitting-
they're all together.
Not these guys again.
I want to take a picture.
Damn it,
Real
Billy!
quick,
Just kill me already!
Hawthorne,
I
did
would
you
gladly
read
kill you.
Did you
Yes,
read your
I did.
PM? Okay. Carry on.
Anyway, we're not here for any of the crazy old person shenanigans that we went through the first time.
Oh,
but
is that
I
old
still
man that was
don't know
calling
your
you?
names. I'm gonna call you Charles.
Old man, can you tell me why you were saying about some dragons and geese again?
The hell are you
He
talking
said dragons and geese to you. He said something about copper and kings to me.
I don't know.
Uh,
I ran
About
off
coppers
screaming.
and kings, and Elysian would take out his bag of pulling, turn it inside out, dropping a teeny stone console object, teeny painted stone plates, wherever those are, and whatever else I haven't actually looked inside of it yet is. And out from it comes a tortoise shell that's not quite a tortoise shell.
Where
Or
the hell did you
fancy
get
one.
my shell from?
Oh,
Gave
stop
it to me as a gift.
We're here to tell the chosen ones. Can't be one if there's four of you. Anyway, we're here to let you know something about the king
There's
and the
actually
honey
six.
crawler.
Oh, it's the copper. Oh man, was it copper
The
pieces?
You said the
Hey?
king and the copper, and
King of the copper, yeah. There, he's the one that won't let me die. I have to keep coming back with this crazy old coot.
I
This bag
keep
of bones doesn't know what she's talking about. Jimmy, just kill me, please.
Are there no dragons and geese?
What are you talking about?
Well-
dragons. They're going
Okay.
on weird. I
Dragons and
died.
geese? You sound like you're losing your mind there, son.
It's so nice though. I always die on my birthday, and he dies right next to me, and we're holding hands. And then we wake up the next morning, and I'm angry at him.
Yeah, she keeps clawing at me, and I gotta beat her away with the cane. This damn king of
It's putting a strain on our marriage.
our marriage has been dead for 200 years, woman.
We've technically been dead for 200 years.
Yeah, you remember when we said, dude, from death do us part? Well, that's already happened.
Why aren't we parted yet?
I don't know.
I still
No,
love
no.
you.
I feel
how
it.
about
Stopping
this?
the elderly
How
couple.
about we stop the Copper King, or King of Copper, or whatever you want to call him.
Wait, Copper,
So-
do you have any change?
Yeah.
So what's this about kings and coppers?
the king and Copper's a real butthole.
Yeah, the king and Copper.
Is he?
He's
Both
the
of
one
you
who's
check
doing
your
this.
PM.
He's
Is he
this,
dwarf?
he's this big lick. It's a big lick.
Yeah, that bag of bones is uglier than she is.
You mean a lich?
Whatever
Hey.
the hell you just said. Yes, he's a lick. He
Watch
lives-
your tongue there, Jedediah. Don't say words like that. They're offensive.
What
Uh.
if we got rid of this king?
Oh, that'd be great. I can finally rest in peace. Or pieces. I don't know where exactly I am.
And he lives there.
She points straight down.
Oh, so
Oh, that's where I want to be.
I know.
Okay.
okay.
So
Oh,
if
the-
he's down there, how do we get down there?
I don't know. Been
Wait,
around
what about
for-
that door?
I've been dead for 500 years, and I can't remember anything because I just hear her friggin' voice in my head. Think of all the hells and the demons and the devils. They don't know about 500 years with her.
Oh, shut up, honey. You love it.
Oh, maybe a little. The other times I gotta beat you with this cane.
Ah, you need to fix this right away.
Jonathan, just let me die. Please.
No, you gotta go down, and then you could do sewers, mausoleum, the economy gone way down.
Our bones are just
Wait, sewers.
are in the water.
We can go down the sewers.
Someone's licking my bones.
Is that where the king and Copper
Yeah.
lives? In a sewer? Is that where he's hiding out?
He's
Well,
somewhere.
technically they found a door down there, didn't they?
They did.
There's a door. Who do you adore?
I think Janice adores Sabrina. Ooh.
Oh yes, they're quite cute together.
Don't
Oh, what am I
rush it.
doing? What am I doing agreeing with you?
I don't rush into marriage. Oh.
Please, Jimbo, just let this end.
Oh, yes. Go deal with that huge lick down below, and me and him will have some congratulatory whoopus later.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't want to think about you two having whoopus.
Oh, I don't either.
Anyways, what's this thing you told me about the
She's
golden
been dry
thimble?
for 500 years.
Oh, you bastard! The only thing dry about me is my sponge cake.
Oh my god.
And like a gosh darn
They're the two worst characters
Your
ever.
damn cake was dry when you were alive.
Don't you talk to me that way!
She storms out of the
kill
tavern,
me.
Crying.
So she stormed out of the tavern crying.
Or, as much as an elderly woman could. I suppose.
Hey, Preacher's rejects.
Barely a 500-year-old dead woman.
Yeah.
Okay.
You turned on Fist of Furry Dungeons and Dragons, and they're getting some advice from...
The not so dearly departed.
Yeah, basically.
They missed the train.
Crazy.
So you told me I had a golden thimble, but I don't have a golden thimble.
Thank you very much for those bits there. So, after the, so after she runs out, the, elderly man disappears as well. Excuse me. Kara speaks up. She is rather gray in the face. She obviously looks very concerned. Did they say the king in copper?
Yes.
Yes.
I believe the
He's-
terminology was the Copper King.
No, the king in copper. He would say he's supposed to be just a myth.
Well, I
Clearly
guess,
not a myth.
the myth had to come from somewhere.
Yep.
I-
You learn this very quickly as a treasure hunter.
Well, the story goes, he he I've lost what I was gonna say because of Shenzi's little comment. His real name is Asparis. He was a wizard that was defending Holberg a really long time ago. No. I'll put his actual name in the chat in a moment.
Zale is banging his head against the table, by the way.
Dale, stop that. You look insane. More insane than the old people.
It's finally time we got the tavern to stop staring at us.
There's nobody in the
it's-
tavern except for you guys. You don't even see a barkeeper.
And
We got
Okay.
a whole
Oh, well, this
tavern
was
to
something
ourselves,
that-
guys.
Anyways,
Zale's going to look for the strongest bottle he can find behind the bar.
no. Not right now.
no drunkenness.
Kara is, she's continuing. He was a wizard fighting to defend Holberg. And he, was, during the battle, he was actually knocked unconscious, but they didn't actually check to see if he was, actually dead.
No, or know exactly what that's like.
He was buried alive beneath a pile of corpses in a mass burial. And it said that he swore vengeance on the city. He woke up at the bottom, and everybody in the city heard him swear vengeance and that he would return with an army. And that was... Nobody believed he actually was still alive.
It sounds like to me that you guys, or should I say all of us now, are the army. That or he just has absolutely no power, no control over his powers, and this is what happened. I don't
Both
know, man.
of which
Curses
are
are weird.
equally terrifying.
So, yeah. I guess we should go down to the sewers and find a door. I think that's what they said. I don't remember.
Nim
Oh
just
no,
kinda
they
shook-
buried a living guy. I don't really blame him for being angry with them.
Yeah, I don't blame him either, but, the curse needs to be lifted.
Well,
Yeah, or
He
else we're kind of
was-
fucked too.
he was a wizard of Thay. They tend to be very
Oh.
evil, so
Oh, Fae and Wizard? Ah, screw him. Yeah, let's go kill him. Let's go. Come on.
I don't think the ancestors in this city were particularly concerned with restoring his health. For obvious reasons. They
Yeah.
always have a ulterior motive for assisting anyone.
Exactly.
So he helped you, and you just let him die, or you thought you let him die, and you thought you were
This
free
was
to take whatever debt for him helping.
this was at
over
least 500 years
ago.
ago.
Okay, so it's the descendants of the people that. Okay.
Actually, since that whole thing with him, the city was actually destroyed again, and more ruins built on top, and more houses built on top of the ruins. And I don't know if anybody from those people actually are still, ancestor. I don't think any of their descendants are still in the city.
I'd wager we've met a couple of them, and there's Dimble just left.
I lean over to Tato. How many times does the city have to be destroyed before you realize it's just a bad location?
7.
I mean,
Nim is pushing over one of the plates of bacon and eggs and all that to Shenzi.
question mark. Where'd you get bacon and eggs?
No.
Where'd you get bacon and eggs? This place is just. I don't want to know.
Well, there's a barkeeper's back there.
You said that.
He let me cook.
Okay.
I mean, it's empty now, but I guess it wasn't back.
Yeah.
Alright.
Also, did you make enough for all of us?
Yep.
I mean, yeah.
He looks sheepishly at the other plates in front of him and licks his chops before sighing for a moment and nodding.
Wonderful, thank you.
Here, Tato, you can have this one. You can have this plate. And he pushes over one that actually looks like a nice omelet. It's got a somewhat orangish brown meat inside of it.
I don't trust you.
Well, if you don't want to eat, I'll eat it.
Tato takes one bite.
It actually tastes really good.
Okay. You know, for a moment there, I suspected that you pissed in it, but okay. Take another bite.
It does seem a little more runny than normal. Not really.
Sniffs it. Oh, okay.
Elysian would put the stone consult in his stone plates back to his bag of coaling. So I'm not sure why those are in there, but oh well. He'd then take the tortoise shell and actually take the time to inspect it, figure out the markings on it.
The marking that I was describing earlier looks like it could be set into stone. Kara looks over as you are inspecting it, and she comes over and asks if she could see it.
He shrugs and hands it to her. The old guy gave it to me as a gift. He was talking to me about me having a golden thimble. I still don't know about the golden thimble, but given he gave me this tortoise shell, I feel it's important.
She looks it over and it really looks at the area on the top of the shell where the space has been purposely engraved so that way this area sticks out. She keeps looking at it for a moment before she speaks.
What was her name again?
Kara Holdmaster. Or Kara, whichever. She looks over. Really, Shenzi?
Shake my head.
She looks over it and then speaks. I think this... It's weird, but I think this might actually be the key to the door.
Say what now?
The door we found. This this raised area here on the top. It looks like it would fit into the socket that we saw on the door.
Cool. Okay. We have a key. We got a door. What kind of magic did you study? He's asking Kara.
I'm actually a ranger. I have some spells from that. Some more natural kind of magic.
I've got the more anti-mage kind of magic. Anyway, we gotta find this door again. Stick this in there, and I guess the King of Copper is in there. Wherever.
Zale, as you go behind the bar, you do see the barkeeper just sitting on the floor, leaning against it. He looks up as you walk behind it.
Damn it.
Suggestively holding out. Whatever you've got.
He just shrugs. He actually, you pick up the smell of death on him. He smells like he is just one step away from dying.
I'd recommend you have a couple of sips as well. It eases it quite a bit, I should know.
The barkeeper doesn't say anything, but just waves towards the, there's several bottles underneath the bar.
Whatever one looks most expensive.
You pull out the Dragon's Breath Ale.
Oh, lovely.
Oh, that'll do it. Just a couple of sips, though. Zale being Zale, he'll kind of palm a bit and leave copper instead of gold.
The barkeeper doesn't really even look up. He doesn't seem to care at all. So are you drinking it?
It's ale, but he's going to treat it like double distilled brandy. Meaning a couple of fingers at most. I assume you would like a constitution save.
Yes, please.
Zale doesn't care that he rolled a 5.
Zale's too drunk to care that he is drunk.
That first sip, you just feel absolutely hammered almost immediately. It feels like fire going down your throat. And you think you might have some burns on the inside of your throat and stomach as it makes its way down.
It's just about right. Look at my inventory, by the way.
I'll go ahead and just write it in.
That's what I'm saying.
You do take 4 points of fire damage.
Don't teach my hamster to suck eggs.
So noted.
And we have a ethereal influence.
Uh-oh.
Zale. As it settles into your stomach, you look around the room and it seems a bit larger. Everything seems like it just feels larger than what it was to you.
Well, that's interesting. It's never happened before.
And the rest of you... Now let me check your passive perceptions real quick. Okay, so everybody except for Elysian. How do you have such a low perception for a rogue?
For a treasure hunter.
For a treasure hunter! That's the way you find traps! Before they find you!
Like the
Yeah,
horror
but-
I've seen in one game, his charisma was 8.
Anyways, the rest of you notice that Zale's equipment and clothing looks a bit big on him. And you can't quite place it, but something is off about Zale.
This is an
Nothing's
invitation.
ever right about Zale.
This is the marking for an active perception, by the way.
About active perception?
Anyone who is not the drunk cat.
Okay, perception, you say?
Only if you want to know what happened, which I kind of do.
Azeroth, you realize that Zale is shrinking. And it's
Interesting.
still going.
Interesting.
It's really slow, but it is still going.
Huh. I don't know how to undo this, but I think you're getting smaller.
What is that?
Yeah,
You're getting real tall there.
Yeah, I've always been taller, but you're smaller.
Right, no, it's in my contract, so let's go do the thing.
I don't think your contract is a shrink.
What? No. The big undead. What's it's in my contract. We've got to go now.
I look over to everyone else and question what's going on.
Nim just
Don't care.
shrugs.
A little bit of out of character advice. Zale is drunk. His inhibitions are excessively low right now. If you wanted to learn anything about him, this would be the opportunity.
Again, I shrug. I don't know what to say to this. Yeah.
So what contract there, Zale? Nim will speak up.
No one arrest the bitch what put me here.
There's always one bit.
Who put you here?
Was it the bird?
No, not the bird.
Was it
The
geese?
lady what owns the bird, what owns me.
Is the bird a geese?
I've never seen him do that. Usually he's a raven, but
Yeah.
one time I swear he turned into a crow. Just to mess with me.
So you're
Yeah, I
owned
believe it.
your property?
Pretty much, yeah. So what happens when you don't want your friends back and they stab you for it?
This doesn't help the fact that you're pretty childlike now in size.
As he's going along, he has lost about a foot of height. It does seem to have finally slowed to a stop, but he is about a foot shorter than he was.
Tato goes behind the bar, finds a cup, and finds the tap, if there's a tap, and just fills it up with like the cheapest beer,
Okay.
and then throws it at Zale's face. Wake up!
Reflex save.
You're
Do I have a
shrinking.
penalty?
Disadvantage.
I can do disadvantage. As long as I don't have to type. Derp. Doesn't matter. I dropped the 16.
Tato, you go to throw it on him, and it just kind of sails over his head.
No,
As he
I'm
loses
not
another.
throwing the. I'm not throwing the actual.
You're trying to
like-
splash it on him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
As he seems to somewhat duck, but in reality, he actually lost another 6 inches of height.
What the?
He is currently swimming in his clothing.
Huh.
This is the result of an ethereal influence from Hawthorne.
Hawthorne, why are you shrinking him?
Because
I said
it's
that he was
hilarious.
supposed to be in like a random bottle of brandy, not the one he was drinking right now. But whatever.
You got lucky with that random bottle.
Well, Dragon's Breath Ale is as close. It's probably stronger than brandy, so.
It is definitely stronger than brandy.
In real life, I'd probably love it.
All you have to do is just get yourself some ale that's about, I don't know, I want to say over 40 proof, and light the top on fire, then drink it.
No, it's a bit more than just that.
It'll emulate it well enough.
It is actually made from the saliva of a dragon, which also makes it very expensive.
Yeah, dragon spit.
Why is it in a random bar in a town that's cursed?
I can imagine that there's a variety of flavors that come up with like an acid version. Tastes like brandy.
You guys do have to remember, in this kind of world, this kind of setting and day and age, something made from the saliva of a dragon was actually more common. Well, not common, but it is a higher class kind of product.
It's no worse than caviar or live squid.
And it
Octopus.
isn't. Yeah, it's exactly. It's kind of along the same lines as that. It is a delicacy.
This place must be really well.
It is a small city. It doesn't necessarily have to be large to have a bottle of that.
Yeah.
It may be expensive, but it's not like it's gonna break the bank.
I can't imagine someone in the town unless it was that person in the manor I was just at, but I only saw a female.
Zale tries to walk towards the door and trips in his clothing.
Quick, someone pick him up. He's about the size of a baby.
No, he's not. What's your
probably-
normal
he's started
height
off
there,
at 5
Zale?
feet, he's-
I gave it to you for the drawing. I want to say 5 something.
Yeah, he's short.
Look into our conversation history.
I'd probably say about 3.5. Well, a little more than 3.5 feet tall now.
He's about the size of a toddler. Someone pick him up, hurry.
Why can't you watch this yet, Demouser? Apparently the music went away.
Here is everybody cutting out really bad.
Nobody's cutting out on our end.
Yeah,
At least on mine.
Oh,
pretty
well,
sure
now you came through clearly.
Am I coming through for you?
Yes.
Well, what you missed is that Zale took a drink of some heavy-duty alcohol, and now he's about a little over 3.5 feet tall.
Aww.
And
It's
his
cheating,
clothes
though.
definitely do not fit. He could probably
I
use
didn't
his...
think he could get any more cute.
He's about the... He could use his shirt as a... kind of about the same thing as a dress at this point.
Yeah.
Guys, we should probably stop them before they think we're drinking with a minor here.
He
To
doesn't
clarify,
look
he
young.
doesn't look like a child. He just
Yeah.
looks like a very small catfolk.
They can be
Like, if
considered
there are
children.
a halfling equivalent of catfolk, this is what Zale now looks like.
Seen a young catfolk, they look like they could be little kids still.
Thing is that I didn't give Zim a limit on that shrinking potion. I just said it's a shrinking potion.
Which means he can stop it whenever he feels like it. Do I get
Hey,
an AC bonus
Demouser,
for
thank
being
you so
smaller?
much for that follow. What was that? Sorry.
Do I get an AC bonus?
No.
Oh. Can I hide behind larger creatures like a halfling?
Yes, I'll allow that one.
Woohoo!
Except
You're
you're
not-
drunk,
I'll take
so you're gonna have disadvantage on the hide.
No using my tail as a shield.
Actually, Azeroth's tail is bigger than you are now.
My tail is pretty huge too.
It's not the. You don't
It's
have.
not a
Your
skunk
tail is
tail.
small.
It's-
Just
I
be
mean-
careful. I don't know if the influence has gone through yet. Just don't be in arm's reach of Tato's locks, okay?
Okay. Would somebody be polite and pick up the fallen objects Zale is leaving behind as he continues to struggle towards the door in his nightgown?
You mean pick you up and carry you because you're so tiny?
I'm gonna roll that he keeps the boots on just because. Puss in Boots.
I will allow it. The boots did shrink with you. I'll allow that.
What? The whole point was the boots to be big, like Puss in Boots has, because the boots are way too big for him.
They shrank, but
they still fit.
It's basically they still fit, but they're very large.
They're
Okay.
a sizable
The
size.
boots are his pants.
No.
They go about they go up to his knee now, but he can still wear them basically.
They are very nice boots. Soft green leather. Very comfortable.
Nim will grab the strap of the backpack, of Zale's backpack, and just kind of drag it outside.
Anyways, the task at hand is still a problem.
For the sake of combat usefulness, I'm also going to say he keeps his potion pouch. If you'll allow. Everything else we can drop. He'll use his dagger of warning as a short sword.
I will allow this. However, you're not going to ever believe that your Dragon's Breath ale is actually... It has a shrinking aspect to it.
He is oblivious to this fact, yes.
So this will happen again. But I'll allow that your potions and such...
You imply he doesn't sell it.
Oh, it's going to be stuck with you. You're just going to wake up and remember the best time of your life, and you will not want to get rid of it.
Mm-hmm.
Shranking curse.
Except Zale never gets drunk.
But you are drunk.
For a very good reason.
Because the old lady.
Anyways, shall we move on with the story?
Please.
Sure.
So, what are you guys doing? You finished breakfast. Nim is headed out. Rivis, you cannot do a kobold right now. It would be better if you do it, preferably either between streams or during the Rooms and Reptiles stream. But I will keep these for when you get to that point.
My kobold's a good boy.
I would want to go to the store. No, wait. No, I do have arrows. Never mind.
I think we also have our equipment. We didn't really use much of anything, did we?
You do still have your equipment.
Yeah, I am taking Zale's studded leather off of his sheet briefly. Remind me to put it back on later, though.
Benzie, unfortunately, you can't fix Zale. Nobody in town has access to their divine magic right now, so they can't fix him. The only person that could would be Azeroth, if he's got the spells. Which he might be too low level.
I think
He don't got it.
Okay, but what if I cast Enlarge on him?
That would work.
Then
I'll allow that to work.
Here's the issue. It still wouldn't fix the fact that he can't use any of his equipment because equipment grows with you. So he'd look
if you're wearing
like an enlarged halfling.
If
Okay.
you're wearing it, yes.
Issue, it doesn't last very long. Unless you will go by the old Pathfinder standby of enlarged person counters and dispels reduce person.
No, of course I wouldn't.
I mean, there is always the Trident of Endowment.
The what? Oh yeah, this thing, and he just pulls out this golden fork. Yeah, I can cast Enlarge with it.
I thought that this should be
Lasts for a minute. I'm gonna Zim Mons to do differently, but I say Puss in Boots.
I mean, I can use it on you if we get into a scuffle.
In which case, he'd have to don his armor, which takes a minute.
That
Tato
is,
just
Actually, leave
shrugs.
that is assuming that he goes back to his original size and not larger.
Nah, then I'll make you even larger. I'll cast it again. You'll
Oh,
be
God.
the biggest Zale. You'll be the biggest cat ever.
You
Everyone
can't
will
stack
fear
the
you.
spell, though.
How sigh.
You can't.
And then I'll cast it too and just keep concentration for a minute, and he'll just be this giant cat person in a
so
nightgown.
What's the name of this spell that undoes it now?
You would need to have lesser restoration.
Let me see.
I figured it would have been like remove curse.
I don't know. I'm going with lesser restoration. Giant cat person in a nightgown. Yes.
Could make it. so, like,
Azeroth,
if
I
you-
believe it's a second or third level spell. One of the two.
Yeah, but I don't have it prepared.
It is
Do you
the
have access to
quintessential
third level spells?
Yeah,
cleric spell.
yeah, I have level 3 spells. 1, 2, 3, 4, right.
Should do a long rest just to see how small this guy's gonna get.
Just long enough for me to undo it, you mean?
Problem is, it's in his contract that he now has to take care of this problem, so... Zale, at least, is marching towards the sewers, where he heard, at least, that the door is.
And I'd have to prepare the spell still, wouldn't I? Or I'm not sure how spells work.
You would.
Yeah.
You would need a long rest.
Oh well.
And at this
Read it.
point, the sun is at it's at noon.
We can work on it tomorrow then. In the long run.
If you get to. There is the curse,
If
the
we are
other
still
curse to.
alive.
And like I said, we have to get through this town sewer thing first.
So you guys are headed to the sewers.
I look towards Kara. You want to join us for this?
I'm afraid that I'm too weak to do so.
Okay.
Then rest up and we'll let you know when we've succeeded.
More like he'll know when we succeeded.
She.
Believe that she
No,
is a she.
Sorry, she. I meant she.
Assuming her gender? Really?
Oh, accidental misgender.
Changing potion.
So anyways, you guys are traveling to the sewers. She does Kara does at least lead you to the sewers.
you.
Now, did anybody else grab any of Zale's stuff? Because there's
I
like
was
his
helping.
pants and his armor and...
I did. I'm the pack mule, trailing him slowly.
Okay.
Elysian would be helping.
Okay. So Zale's stuff is being carried at least.
Tato's laughing about it. He doesn't give a shit.
Nim
Wait,
is
so did Carrot say that the door is in the sewers? Because I thought we were going to the door.
She
Yes.
led us to the door in the sewers.
She's leading you there. Nim is going along, dragging Zale's backpack along the ground by a strap in his mouth.
I'm picking stuff up too, you know.
Yeah, but Nim was still first there, and that's what he's doing.
Okay.
No, Anir, Zale has his shirt on still. It's basically a nightgown at this point.
A
But
long,
he is still
trailing,
clothed.
luminous nightgown.
It doesn't drag much. It does cover your boots. Every now and then you do stumble a little bit when you accidentally step on the front of your shirt, but aside from that... I think Anir just wants you naked. Anir, behave!
Everyone.
I
So
can't
she-
blame him though.
Well, he does have a charisma of 18.
So,
Although he's also affiliated with the god of
Elysian,
which-
shut up!
God, death. Thank you. Again, with the gender confusions, why do you always assume everybody's male people?
We're at the door.
Yes, you are at the door. It is a simple door. It doesn't seem to be adorned with anything in particular. There is some writing. It's right underneath the keyhole, which is set inside into the door in kind of a dome, or more of a bowl shape, I guess, this way. There are no kobolds here, Rivis.
Yet.
Oh,
Anyways, there is some writing underneath the door, but it is an ancient dialect of... It is common, but it is an ancient dialect that none of you can really figure out. Unless you've got unless you are actually proficient in history.
I am,
Then you may make a
I'm
check.
not.
but I did not roll very well.
Anybody else want to try?
I mean, I can try, but I don't have proficiency in it. Golds.
Same.
You have to have proficiency to figure it out.
Yeah, this is book learning, not something you'd pick up on the street.
Yeah. Shenzi, you're not able to read it in full, but you do figure out something along the lines of king and copper.
Ah, shit.
For a good...
This is it!
For a good comparison here, it's basically like it's the original form of Shakespeare's plays. If that helps you guys figure out how, while it is written in English, it's not easily readable by our standards. Kind of along those lines, except more obscure because it's, 500 years as compared to... Actually, I don't know how old.
It has words like whomstov in it.
Yeah, kind of like that.
And betrothed.
That is English, actually.
Yeah, but it's really, 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 really old English.
No, it's still used.
Doth thine English bug ye?
Betrothed is still very well used.
Oh, I know. I didn't say betrothed. I said betrothed.
No, it's just a different way of saying it. Some parts of the United States still use that.
I've never.
Hearken
some parts of the
unto
United
me!
States call crayons crowns.
Anyways, what do you do at the door?
Knock 3 times and then twice.
Nothing happens. You don't even hear an echo on the other side.
I do the smart thing, and I put a copper
have a
piece of
thunk.
Elysian takes out the tortoise shell and looks up above the door.
Elysian, give me a dexterity check.
Oh. Okay.
You pull out one of the cartridges.
God fuck. Oh, no. I never put it back into the bag.
Yes, you
Yes,
actually
you-
did. It was explicitly stated, along with, I don't even know why these are in here.
He'd saw I keep the cartridge out and try again.
Die said a 15, but the actual result said 5. We'll go with the actual result, because I like it. You pull out
Oh.
2 cartridges this time.
What are those?
I don't know. I have no idea. They came with the bag.
Can
I'll
I have
figure
one?
it out later.
You look cool.
You
I
pull
have
out yet another cartridge.
Mini
let's-
Zale climbs in and goes looking for it. I've got this.
Oh no, he's gonna get lost in the ethereal plane.
Elysian goes to grab him before he could climb in.
The
Uh,
ET
Okay.
ethereal
first-
plane.
Elysian, give me a dexterity check.
I will counter his check with a save. So close.
Elysian, you do manage to keep Zale from from getting into the bag. However, give me a save, please.
Oh god. Dex.
Oh no. Oh no.
A dex save.
Good thing it's a high stat.
Fortunately, it's not quite high enough.
God damn it.
Zale's stumbling and absolute failure at trying to get into it causes you to trip.
Oh god.
You find your head in blackness before the rest of your body is pulled in as well.
Can I make a quick save to try and grab Elysian before he falls in?
I will allow it, but with disadvantage.
Well, she rolls. Query. Since Elysian was trying to grab Zale to stop him from falling in, when Elysian himself fell in, is Zale dragged in with him?
I'm gonna say no. Shenzi,
Okay.
you do not manage to grab him. You
I
do
would
grab the
have
bag,
if I
though.
had dropped the 16.
You do manage to grab the bag, though. Elysian, you feel stiff.
You feel stiff.
You feel like there is nothing more to your purpose in life than helping to start fires.
Oh god.
You're very cold.
Yes, you are very cold.
Yes, the bag stays there. Oh goody, I'm a piece of coal now. Well, that answers one question I had about the bag of coaling. It could come in useful later. Now who's going to get me out?
Elysian, shut up. You can't speak. You're a piece of coal.
Cole can speak.
Shenzi and Tato, you guys can talk on voice, you know.
Yeah, I know. But you guys were talking. I didn't want to interrupt you.
Go ahead.
Yeah, we're not being rude.
You may speak now, then.
So I thought bad things happened if living things went into a bag of holding.
There is
Yeah,
enough
necessarily.
oxygen inside of it for them to be fine for 10 minutes.
You said cataclysmic.
Also, this is not a bag of holding. This is a bag of coaling.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Touche.
It
But,
still shares all the rest of the properties as a bag of holding, though.
Turn
So
it inside.
do any of us actually know this about the bag of holding, or do we think he's safe in there?
Give me an intelligence check for anyone that wants to. If you don't make one, I assume you fail.
You know what? Why not?
Shenzi fails anyways.
Shenzi's
Zale,
Intelligence
give me
save
another
or
check
throw?
because you would
Right.
have a disadvantage there.
I was meaning to, but somebody keeps texting me and I got distracted. Doesn't matter unless I roll a 1, which I didn't.
No.
They're having technical difficulties with the wiki, of course.
Shenzi, as far as you know, you're holding the bag and looking inside of it, and you're like, there's nothing living in here. There's nothing but a bunch of lumps of coal. He is gone forever.
I start panicking and freaking out and screeching.
Turn it inside out.
Oh my god. I
Uh,
can't turn.
Azeroth, you do know that turning it inside out will deposit everything inside of the bag onto the ground.
Okay, well, turn it inside out, I suppose. But I don't
Yes,
know how
but
much-
does he know that we need to do that to save him? Or wait, is
That's
it
all
because
he knows
I'm
about the bag.
See,
is
if we
it-
turn it inside out, everything comes out, so that means they have to come out technically. I don't know how much.
okay? And I guess I would do that if I was screeching looking for my friend who just disappeared. So I would turn the bag inside out and then shake it uncontrollably, flinging coal everywhere.
Goodness knows what that
Pieces
coal
of coal do splatter out onto the ground, and they just kind of sit there inert.
Hold on a second. I want to do something.
A moment goes
Screaming
by,
even louder.
another moment,
Well, how do you technically undo the coaling effect?
and then all of a sudden, they all go back to normal, including Elysian.
I jump onto Elysian and cling to him in the biggest glomp in the
None
history
shall
of
see me.
glomping.
We
Though
do
my
have
battle makes
a
me away.
influence.
Again. Yay! What do we get? What are we gonna get? What are we gonna get?
Great fun! Right, Boo?
Okay, we have 2 influences.
What are we gonna get?
Tato, you happen
Yeah.
to notice a picture frame on the ground in front of you facing up. It was one of the pieces of coal. It is a beautifully painted picture of your grandmother.
Why? Elysian, why do you have a picture of my grandmother?
You
Query.
do not see any clothing on her,
Very
but then again, it's a very close-up face shot. There is a
Elysian,
large...
First of all, is looking
Hang
around.
on,
breathing
Elysian, let
heavily.
me speak. There is a large heart painted on it, and well, that's it.
Tato picks it
Like
up.
framing her face.
Yes, we'll go with
Like,
that.
is this an old picture of her, or is this a more recent picture of her? Because she was
It's-
famous back in the day.
It is a somewhat recent one. After she retired, but just before you left home. Yes, Shenzi, you're fine to step away for a moment.
I mean, if you were a fan, then cool. Nice to meet a fan of my grandma, I guess.
This looks
Um,
much more intimate
Um,
than just a fan.
uh,
Take
We
the
broke the
picture out of
Tato.
the frame. Take the picture out of the frame, Tato.
Quick, get
You
the,
did not put any influence to describe that, so I guess I'll leave it up to you.
Take picture out of
I'm
the
gonna show you a picture of my face right now. Of like, not my actual face, but, you know, my
Seal face.
reaction.
Bet you wouldn't take the picture of the frame though.
I'll put it on stream. You should have
Oh,
stuck
God.
that in the Discord chat.
Well, I sent it to you instead, so whatever. Man. But
There you
yeah,
guys
that
on
is-
stream go.
Oh,
There we go. Yep, that's that's basically Tato's face right now.
Take
He's
the
just standing there still with the frame of the picture in hand.
Goodbye, Billy. Don't forget to kill me.
What is what Elysian.
What's the other ethereal influence, or can I do Elysian's reaction now?
Do your reaction.
Okay. Elysian, having just turned back into a person from the lump of coal, was first of all distraught. Maybe he was shivering and shaking. Then he gets glumped and takes a deep breath as he regains his bearings. Unfortunately, before that finishes, Tato starts yelling at him and he begins staring. I don't know. I got the bag. The bag had a bunch of things already in it, Tato. I haven't looked at everything in it yet. I haven't really gotten the chance to.
That was just like a big sigh of relief there. And here I thought you had some kind of, I don't know, secret love for my grandmother.
You haven't taken the picture out of the frame yet.
What would prompt me to do that?
Just saying.
Other than you know, OOC-ly telling me.
Tato, you do notice that the picture seems to be folded inside the frame.
Oh, look, there's a reason to get.
Oh,
Thank you. There we go. There, now I have an in-character reason. So, Tato will open it up.
Don't open it up.
What?
Well, she's wearing a smile.
Why do you think it's folded?
He's wearing the bedroom's eyes kind of smile.
And I'm just like...
Are we still discussing the painting?
Yes.
Okay. And now I just turn it around. I'm not unfolding it. I'm just removing it from the frame and then turning it around. And then I'm putting it back in, just from the back.
When you do...
Nobody can see.
When you do pull it out, you can see that it's folded in half. Which means that you are able to see... Well, I will let Hawthorne describe what you see.
No!
Like I said, she was wearing a smile.
I'm gonna fold it the other way. I'm just gonna like reverse fold it so that nobody can see anything and put it back into the frame and close it. I don't want to see it. I'm not even gonna look.
You do happen to notice, though, before you
Screw you!
manage to do so, a little bit of writing at the bottom. Thank you for the good time, Elysian.
Wait.
Joke's on you. She's wearing a summer dress. I didn't say anything about her being naked.
Even if she was wearing just a summer dress, I still would not have felt right about this.
No one should.
Elysian would go to gently put Shenji up and just snap the picture back and stuff it back into your bag of clothing.
She's a grown woman. Let her do what she wants, and if she likes Elysian, then so be it.
That is now none of your business.
You would think she would have remembered him at the bar then.
Elysian's probably gonna be your grandpa.
Tato walks off. Tato just walks away. He's outside now. Fuck it. He's done. He's done with this. He doesn't care.
Tato,
outside.
You don't actually remember your grandfather much. You do remember something about a wolf being in the picture at some point. Yeah.
Do you mean this in...
Elysian, how old are you?
And that was just a minor influence, and I opened this big can of worms.
No, that's the beauty of influence. If the DM likes the idea, he carries it.
Elysian doesn't respond and just goes to collect everything that fell out. finally getting the tortoise shell and trying to make note of any other special items that fell out.
There is a ring. It appears to be carved from some manner of bone.
Elysian would pick up the ring and not put it back into the bag. And then he'd quickly make sure the painting's in there.
I don't know, did Tato give back the,
I kind of just took it from Tato, so unless Tato resisted.
Oh, Tato resisted, definitely.
Huh?
Tato definitely resisted. I'm sorry, I did not.
Yeah, I said Elysian goes up to try and quickly swipe the painting out of Tato's hands.
Should we have rolled for that?
Yes.
Which one would it be?
I'll say
Just
Dex.
quickly.
Can I use Sleight of Hand?
No.
Yeah, I think it would be a sleight of hand.
Actually, can I suggest? He has it in front of his face, right? Can I suggest a contested grapple check instead?
Well, yeah, I'm thinking contested Dex checks, or we could do strength, either one.
I'm doing Dex. Then.
Okay. I'm too stunned anyway, so you just take it out of my hand, and I'm just like, I'm actually like, I'm like stringing along an entire sentence together into one word. Your name is on it.
Why don't we have this conversation later? That sounds like a very good idea. Yeah, let's have it later.
Yeah, we really shouldn't discuss this right now, grandson. It's just, you know, we've got a curse to deal with.
Yeah, kind of along those lines. Anyways, there's the tortoise shell. Let's open up the door.
Yeah, let's open the door. Let's do that.
Time travel is a wonderful thing. So what are you doing with the tortoise shell?
So, as I was going to do before the can of worms was opened, I was going to inspect the top of the door for something that the tortoise shell might fit into.
I said there was a little bowl shape in the door that it...
Elysian would walk up to the door and go to fit
Real quick,
the
though,
tortoise.
I did just remember that, Shenzi, you made an Arcana check earlier. What was that for?
On the door.
You don't sense anything magical, or anything strongly magical about it. You can tell that it is magically sealed, so only the key will open it.
Okay, that's not so bad then.
Did you see my PM to the GM?
Zale, while they were distracted, you did grab the tortoise shell. Yes.
God damn it.
You are on your tippy toes trying to reach for the door. As you're trying to reach, you notice that you're actually getting shorter.
None shall see me.
Your hands are coming further.
Do I
away.
actually notice? Let me give you an insight check on that with my disadvantage.
That works.
Hey, insight's a trained skill. I have a chance.
Hawthorne, I'm gonna need at least a moderate for that. I'm gonna refund.
Oh,
that.
okay. Okay.
Oh god.
How about the climb speed?
Don't
Would that be
teach my
sufficient for him to get up to
hamster
the spot
suck
he
eggs.
needs?
There you go.
Tato, as you're kind of just standing there stunned, you're having flashbacks of when you were a toddler. You remember this this wolf that just kind of came up one day, and you know, he just was there. Your grandmother, you think you remember something about a marriage, and suddenly you were told to call this wolf your pappy, and, yeah, that's... You're not quite sure what to make of all of it. I think I broke Tato.
You broke Tato. That's what you're worried about?
Technically, though, wouldn't he be older?
What about me?
I mean, no offense. Tato would have to be like half his age.
He said a wolf. Did
Oh.
not specify which wolf.
Okay, you win that.
For all we know, it could have been Elysian's grandfather. Just saying.
That would be very, very weird.
Is there an Elysian senior in your family tree?
Elysian, everything in regards to this just seems faded from your memory. So, Zale,
Mm-hmm.
you keep trying to get the tortoiseshell into the lock, and you almost got it, but then you start to shrink a little bit more, losing another 6 inches or so, and now you're nowhere near.
He has a climb speed. Could he just kind of claw his way up with his reduced mass to weight or strength ratio?
Give me a strength check.
With disadvantage. And a -1.
Okay.
Alright. Let's do that. Instead of the climb skill, which he's actually skilled, well, not skilled in, but it's also a -1. Never mind.
The door itself offers no handholds, and that's why you couldn't climb it.
Oh, I figured. It was just worth a question.
Shenzi and Azeroth, while Tato and Elysian are busy rediscovering familial roots, you notice that the tiny little Puss in Boots is trying to get the tortoiseshell in the door.
Heading out again.
I heard you perfectly. I mean, I don't have any reservations against him trying to open the door, seeing as I think that was our intended thing to do.
You can clearly see that he can't reach.
Me being the person I am, I will
After a little giggle fit.
Yes. Yes, I do smile at the appearance of it, and I do watch him struggle for maybe a quarter of a second before going over and offering to help him open the door.
You should just pick him up like a child so he can do it himself.
Gotta do it properly. I'm a soldier now. Go pick up random children.
No, but what did you all get so big? No, there was that lady back at the end. She cast beginning spells on everyone. That makes sense. They're fighting giants, right?
Sure. Let's just help
Zale,
you up.
as time is progressing and you are getting shorter, you are feeling more and more drunk.
Figured he'd get sober. Huh.
They've been at the door, Rivas. They've been at the door. Elysian does still have the ring, though. I don't know what he's doing with it. But right now we're focused on Azeroth and Zale.
Unlocking the door. With the giant shell that he has.
You can't reach, so is Azeroth lifting you up?
Yes, that is what was mentioned.
Yes.
So Azeroth grabs you around your waist, lifts you up so you can reach. I assume you slide it in.
Oh god.
You require a dexterity check.
Phrasing!
Oh my god. Moving on. You get through the
Don't
door.
teach my hamster to suck eggs.
Save this one for later.
I like that one. I like that a lot, Hawthorne.
I am less certain about my liking of this thing, but will withhold judgment until it strikes another person. At which point I will also like it.
So, moving on here. You you put the shell into the bowl, and it turns on its own as the door begins to just slide down. You hear a crunch of something beneath this very thick stone, more of a slab, really. And then all of a sudden it just disappears from sight, sliding deep and leaving a good 1.5 foot gap in front of you that leads down into darkness.
Reminder of 120-foot dark vision.
You're not able to make anything out, really, even with that dark vision.
Dark vision which pierces magical darkness.
I'm aware.
Just making certain. Otherwise, it's on me
just-
for forgetting.
It's dirt, stone, nothing of note.
That's still something. Okay. He tries to walk down, but I assume he is still held. Because right now he's about normal height, so everything looks normal to him.
There's a path in front of you on the other side of this gap.
Azeroth is holding him up, so everything looks normal height again, which is nice, by the way. But his feet aren't touching the ground. Something wrong with that.
Let's go!
Let's go adventure! Yay!
Adventure!
Let's forget that that Elysian had relations with my grandmother.
Okay, then. What's inside this place as we walk in?
Kara does
cobwebs.
Cobwebs, bones, you see a rat go scampering off into the distance.
Hey, look! It's a giant rat.
There's not a whole lot, though. Zale does need help getting across the gap.
Somebody just want to maybe put him on their shoulders?
help.
I can only ask this out of character because he will hate you for it, but...
Do you want uppies, Vale? Do you want uppies?
Oh my god.
He does not acknowledge, but if you swing him up, he won't exactly fight either. He's too drunk.
Fair.
I Tato just grabs him by the armpits and hoists him up. Uppies! Yay! And he's like, you're flying!
Tato,
He points his dagger forward into the darkness and onward.
Tato, as you do this, you get a sudden flashback.
Stop with the flashback!
To when you were a toddler, and you remember being lifted up in a similar manner by... It's a bit clearer this time. A wolf with the same marking, that same star on his face.
Oh, God.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Elysian, how old are you?
Tato just
Maybe.
quickly puts Vale down and just pinches the bridge of his nose again, I don't want to think about this.
Zale is still on the starting side of the gap.
He will attempt to jump it.
Oh god.
May I give you a dexterity check for that?
We'll
Yes.
talk about this next time we make camp.
That was not a 1, although I did drop an 18 for that.
You jump across. You manage to get... Yes, you might need that there, Shenzi. Yeah, you might.
Today, Zale dies. This is also it.
You land on the... you jump across and land on the other ledge across it. It's a really big gap to you.
It's so much like they didn't want visitors.
You kind of do a little ta-da pose, and you kind of accidentally throw your arms back a bit far, and follow for backwards.
Oops.
I want to animate a nearby pile of bones, please.
Everybody
I've been
just
waiting
ignores
a
the
year to
potentially
do this.
falling Zale.
I don't care. I've been waiting a year to animate dead.
Elysian would snap out the whole thing with Tato and go to quickly try and grab Zale again.
Tato's like just going to go through the motions and just walk forward following whoever is in front.
Elysian,
what's
as
Zale?
you grab Zale, you manage to right him on the forward part of the gap. And you have this vivid flashback of doing something very similar for a little toddler seal. You can't remember what age you were, how long ago it was, but you just remember it very, very vividly.
Elysian would shake his head and first ensuring he has a stable thing with Zale, that Zale isn't going to fall now, would then proceed to stare at Tato.
That Freudian
Very,
slip was
very
perfect. Thank you.
confused.
What I missed? What?
Oh god.
What happened? What?
I had a flashback to possibly playing with a baby seal. Well, not baby, the toddler seal.
Oh.
Did you ever, visit the Great Glacier?
Yes.
Hmm.
Elysian would go help Zale over the gap. No.
It was just kind of blinking very
Elysian
rapidly.
more disturbed than he's ever been.
Would help if
Same.
I weren't muted.
Oh,
Yeah, it probably would. I didn't mean you
Shenzi.
this time.
I woof.
You go over to prepare to cast the ritual for Animate Dead, because it does have a casting time.
Yes.
But you realize that, unfortunately, there is not a complete skeleton here for you to raise.
Well, if there's a bunch of piles of bones, why don't I just pull from different piles and make a complete skeleton that way?
Most of them are decayed too far for the spell to work. Trust me, there's something you're going to get to do with Undead, but it'll have to wait for next week.
It's been waiting for a year!
As you
Yay,
all make it
thank
across.
Thank you, Zim. Your butt, thank you.
Yay, plot twists!
Plot twist, your butt, but thank you for being our DM, even though I give you a lot of shit. But
Same.
I'm only giving you shit because
Don't teach
I
my
don't know.
hamster to
Because
suck
that's how
a
we
butt.
show our love here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just a brat. I mean, look at this picture. This picture, even the file name is My Entire Personality. And it's here, you can put this one on stream once I found it. Boom. Just look at that grin. Look at that face. How is that not my entire personality?
Oh god.
I will put it up real quick before we actually end.
I've been having fun with influence. This is great.
Oh, I'm glad.
Yeah, thanks a lot. You just opened up a can of worms. Just going to be fun for characters.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Desitato!
Yeah.
Trust me. Cupcake is going to be epic.
Yay! Unless she rolls bad. Don't
Next
roll
week.
bad.
It would be even funnier if I rolled wrong.
Yeah.
I preemptively give you permission to reanimate Zale if he dies coming up. He can
That's
be a
not
mini
the-
zombie.
That's not right. Yama.
The cutest little baby zombie kitty ever.
Don't
We should have it remain behind while Zale resurrects. It'll be a new party member.
don't do it to me though, or Grandma will ground me.
I don't know. I think you gotta worry more about your grandpa here.
Yeah, yeah. The grandpa's here.
Well, biologically, Elysian cannot be Tato's grandpa.
We don't know that. We don't know that.
I know that. My species can't
we'll
enter.
you know what we'll have to do.
I said biologically, so technically I'm correct.
Well, we have to travel to the Great Glacier.
Oh God, I'll have to go to Grandma's house. She is going to
We
kick my
have to go to
She is going
Grandma's
to kick my
house.
ass so hard.
I
And then
know.
having you there will make it so freaking awkward. Uh, uh,
Oh God.
That is it for Fists of Furry Dungeons and Dragons this week. Rivis, no, your support hasn't gone through, so I don't add you to the patron list until until it actually goes through. It will go through on the 1st of next month.
yeah, so until then, you're not cool enough. Sorry.
Sorry,
I'm
I do
very
really
cool.
appreciate your patron support, but I gotta make sure that I wait until it actually goes through because, well, technically, people can still cancel their patron. And
Hello,
then I kinda do
Commander.
that.
In response to your request, we have sent back
We got a
Good luck,
subscription!
Commander. We are forever in your
Yay!
debt.
Thank you
Yay.
so much for that subscription. That is really appreciated there, Demouser. I will get you added to the subscriber list. Otherwise, for now, thank you all for joining. We will be back next week at 4 p.m. Mountain Time. And that is 6 p.m. Eastern. I hope to see you all here. And yeah, you can see all of my supporters, my schedule, scrolling on the screen here. Well, now it's not any of those, but you know, it'll be back eventually. Anyways, thank you all for joining, and I bid you all adieu.
Bye!
It's not me. It's not me this time. And bye.
Bye.
Bye,
Couldn't hear
everyone.
anything. Bye-bye.